What's up, everybody? Long time no see, but we are back at it. In this episode, we will try to get this thing to start. What I hold in my hand right here is my brand new DME, and as you can see, got it straight in from Kassel Performance today, actually. So this is the like their ultimate DME upgrade minus the S52 cams. So it's the emissions delete as well as the EWS delete, the M50 intake manifold swap, as well as a little bit of a power upgrade. I have been waiting on for this a couple weeks now, but it is here, so we're going to go ahead and get it plugged in and see if this will get the E36 to start up. Right now I do have it charging, so a little trickle charger right there. So while that's doing that, the battery's unplugged, so while it's doing that, I'm going to plug this guy in, get it into place, so that hopefully here in just a moment we can fire this up and, well, hopefully fire it up and listen to it in its rawness. So let's get going. Okay. As you can see, I just tried to start it and still have nothing. Like before, the fuel pump turns on, but there doesn't seem to be much signal other than that. I originally thought it was the EWS interfering with the ECU not wanting to let it fire, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So it may be some wire that I cut not knowing that it was important, but I think what I'm just going to end up doing is hardwiring the starter to a switch and just bypassing all of the computers to get it to start. Alright, so as you guys saw, it just started to crank over, being hardwired in, and that's essentially, I've got a plug-in, like just a hardwire in on the X20 plug in both the 18, which is the starter signal, and the 21, which is the switched ECU power, which is like the ignition system. So essentially fuel, spark, start. The only thing is the 18 plug also runs the fuel pump, so the fuel pump wasn't on, so it would have started had the fuel pump been powered up, but unfortunately right now it's not powered up, blah 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 blah. With it cranking over like that, that is good news. It means that the starter works, it means that everything else is wired up properly, so the engine harness is intact and in good shape. It's the rest of the harness that is, and part of that's probably my fault. I did cut out quite a bit underneath the dash, and I'm sure that had something to do with it. Alright, well, it kind of started. Everything's wired up correctly. I think what the issue is right now, the intake setup is not correct. There's not enough of a vacuum, and BMWs really like that vacuum to create it to start. Essentially, that elbow where the ECS goes is kind of gone, and just sort of like held in place by a couple of zip ties. Try and create some sort of vacuum, but it's not nearly enough to hold idle, especially since the MAF is very finicky on these things. If they're not correctly set up, they're not going to run. So I'm going to mark today down as a victory, because this is the first time this thing's cranked and started in about 6 or 7 months now. It's been a long process, but yeah, the only thing left to do is to tidy everything up and to get some sort of intake set up so I can get that thing going, and then a drive shaft, and we should be able to drive this. So look forward to doing that. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, or whatever you want to do with this. More videos to come. I've got a few in the works, so there shouldn't be as much of a hiatus as there was just a moment ago. So yeah, thank you. Happy New Year.
I see through your eyes, I see